Welcome to Shree Ji Institute. We would discuss about the current affairs which are important for the exam point of view. Let's start. Recently, the 14th president of our country made the farewell speech in the parliament. The question could be asked in the exam relating to the address made by the president to the parliament, to the both houses of the parliament. Article 87(1) deals with it. It states that President has to address both the House of the Parliament after every general election and every year before in the first session of every year. It had to be that President has to address both the House each session in every year, but after first Constitutional Amendment Act, it was amended that President has to address the first session of every year. So we talk about the ongoing Sri Lankan crisis which is happening in island country. The new Prime Minister has been sworn in, Dinesh Gunawardene. He belongs to the party Sri Lankan Pedojuna Peramuna, the same party the ex-president Gotabaya Rajapaksa belongs to. As you all know that Sri Lanka is going through economic crisis. People of Sri Lankan country are all over the street against the government. Now we look at news from economic side. RBI is selling dollar in foreign exchange market to check the fall of Indian rupee, as Indian rupee slide for last couple of months. As there is a rise in demand of dollar in international market, so it is creating pressure on rupee as dollar touched 80 rupees value earlier this week. Now we talk about sugar. Sugar has been in the news for last couple of months because India put ban on export of sugar, and which is why it is making news in previous days. If you talk about India is world biggest producer of sugar and the second largest exporter after Brazil. But recently, government announces a restriction on exports of sugar. It is not a blanket ban on sugar like wheat, as up to 100 lakh million ton the sugar can be exported, but the sugar mill, the owner of sugar mill they have to take permission from the government to export it. The ban is put up from 1st of June 2002 up to 31st October 2022. The decision has been taken because of the rising inflation in our country, as the consumer price index, the inflation is touching 7.7% recently. So now we talk about the next news, which is related to soil pollution. Soil pollution leads to cardiovascular disease. We talk about toxic metals that cause soil pollution. These are arsenic, antimony, cadmium, thallium, mercury, zinc, selenium, chromium, lead, nickel, beryllium, copper. As far as Indian Constitution is concerned, Article 51A subsection G deals with it. It states that it is a part of fundamental duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife. Article 21 also states that a person has a right to have clean environment, while Environment Protection Act 1986, it also deals with soil pollution. This is all for the day. Thanks for watching.